Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 109. In this video I will be explain textual exercise question of chapter number 1st. So let us start. Question number 11th. Silver crystallize in FeCC lattice if age length of the cell is 4.07 into 10 to the power 8 centimeter and density is 10.5 grams per centimeter inverse cube. So calculate the atomic mass of the silver. Again I say silver crystallize in FeCC lattice. So first you know about FeCC lattice. FeCC lattice, that is means constituent particles present on the corners and then also present on face. Okay, so that is FeCC lattice. So face centered cubic unit cell. Then silver crystallize in FeCC cell lattice if age length of the cell, that is means value given small a. So and density is also 10.5 gram per centimeter cube. So calculate the atomic mass of the silver. So in the question small a value given and then d value density given. So calculate the atomic mass of silver. So formula of the atomic mass capital M is equal to rho that is means density into a cube volume into Na Avogadro number divided by J number of constituent particles, atoms. Okay, so M is equal to rho into a cube into Na upon Z. Rho value given 10.5 gram per centimeter cube. A value also given 4.07 into 10 to the power minus 8 power cube. Okay, Na Avogadro number also you know 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 per mole inverse. Divide by number of atoms in FeCC. You already known about in FeCC corners and remaining in face. Okay, then calculate. So FeCC lattice, how many atoms in FeCC? 4 atoms. Okay, so put the value and then calculate. So value comes atomic mass of the silver 107.09 gram per mole. Then question number 12. A cubic solid is made up of two elements P and Q. Atoms of Q are at the corners of the cube and the P at the body centered. So what is the formula of the compound and what are the coordination number of P and Q? So you already known about corners and body centered. Okay, so corners. First here you see two elements P and Q. So Q are corners and P at the body center. So atoms of the elements P are present at the body center, that is means BCC unit cell. So number of the atoms of P per unit cell is equal to 1 atom. Okay, and Q atoms are present at the corners of the BCC unit cell. So there are 8 corners per unit cell. So the contribution of the each unit cell is 1 by 8. Okay, so number of the atoms Q present per unit cell 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1. So in each unit cell the ratio of the atom P and Q is equal to 1:1 because in body center only for one unit cell. So one atom in the center way. So one atom P and Q is contribution 8 corners. So per unit cell, so contribution of the each in the unit cell is 1 by 8. So 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1. So ratio is P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 1. So 1:1. So the formula of the compound PQ. Okay, and in BCC unit cell the coordination number 8. 4 atoms of P and Q both. That is means 8 each atoms. How many neighboring atoms? Okay, so one each atom covered by how many atoms? Neighboring atoms. So that is its coordination number, or in BCC 4 atoms of P and Q both. Question number 13. 13th, niobium crystallizes in body-centered cubic structure, and if density is 8.55 gram per centimeter cube, so calculate atomic radius of niobium using its atomic mass 93 mu. So here you see niobium crystallize in body-centered cubic structure. Okay, so BCC and niobium density given D 8.55 gram per centimeter cube. So atomic radius of we have to count using atomic mass 93 mu. But first we have to calculate age length because required small a. So by this density formula you already known about rho m is equal to molecular mass is equal to formula is m is equal to rho into a cube into Na divide by z. Okay, so by this formula a cube outside, so m into z rho into Na divide. Okay, m into z divide by rho into Na. Put the value capital M given capital M here C. Capital M here given 93 mu because here niobium and niobium mass crystallize in body centered. Okay, so density is given 8.55 gram and atomic mass of niobium using its atomic mass 93 mu. So put the value capital M given 93 mu. So actual niobium atomic mass is 92.9 gram per mole inverse. And in BCC unit cell, how many units? 8 in corners. So 8 in corners, 8 into, and each contribute by unit cell constant particles 1 by 8. So 8 into 1 by 8 plus centered 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So 2 unit cell in BCC. Okay, so M value, Z is value, and rho value density, and then Na value. Put the value in this formula a cube. So calculate. So this value come. Depend on you. First you find this value in centimeter cube because age length in centimeter, but convert into the centimeter. So 1 by 3. Okay, and then your choice is convert into the picometer. Otherwise put into the centimeter. Okay. Then atomic radius. Okay, so atomic radius is small r, and in body centered cubic unit cell formula is small r is equal to root 3 divided by 4a. Okay, this is the formula of atomic radius in body centered cubic unit cell. A value we have to find 3.304 into 10 raised to power 4, and otherwise you put the value. Okay, 3.304 into 10 raised to power minus 8 centimeter, but your choice. Okay, so then after, so root 3 value is 0.433. Okay, root 3 value, sorry, a value 3.304 into 10 raised to power 2. Okay, and then root 3 value divide by 4, so 0.433. So 0.433 multiply this value, a value, so this value get. Okay, this is the radius, atomic radius in a body centered cubic unit cell. Question number 15th. Copper crystallizes into a FCC lattice with age length 3.61 into 10 raised to power minus 8 centimeter. Show that the calculated density is in agreement with its measured value of 8.92 gram per centimeter cube. Copper crystallized into given FCC lattice, right? Age length, that is means small a value given 3.61 into 10 raised to power minus 8. Then density rho value is given. Okay, so calculate the density is a agreement in measure the value of 8.92. Okay, so that is means given this is the value correct or not. So you already known about formula of density, rho is equal to m into z divided by a cube into na. Okay, here a value given 3.61 into 10 to the power minus 8, z value FCC face center that is 8 corners, so 8 into 1 by 8. Okay, plus face center 6 and each face particle neighboring 2 atoms, so 1 by 6 face, so 6 into 1 by 2. Okay, so here 1 plus 2 by 3, 2 3 is 6, so 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, right? This 4. Okay, capital M value 63.5 gram per mole cube for copper. Okay, clear? So for copper 63.5 gram. So value, put the value capital M into 4 divided by A into Na. So calculate and this value come 8.97 gram per centimeter cube. So this value is in good agreement with the measured value 8.92 gram per. Okay, 8.92 gram per centimeter cube. So this value is in good agreement with the measured values 8.92 gram per centimeter cube. Question number 16. Analysis showed that nickel oxide has the formula Ni 0.98 O 1.00. What fraction of the nickel exit as nickel plus 2 and nickel plus 3 ion? This is the formula given as a fraction way. So formula Ni nickel 0.98 O 1.0 indicates that with every 100 O2 minus ions, 100 O2 minus ion, 98 nickel are present, because 1.00 convert into the 100, so 100 O2 minus, so 100 O2 minus ion, so that is means 98 nickel ions are present in nickel oxide. Okay, so let X be the number of Ni2 plus ions with then the number of the Ni3 plus ion. So Ni2 plus ion, like let's X, so Ni3 plus ion 98 minus X, because total nickel ion is 98. So Ni2 plus ion let be the X, so Ni3 plus 98 minus X. So total positive charge on 98 nickel ions is equal to total negative charge on 100 O2 minus. So 98 nickel ions positive charge total, so total X multiplied 2 plus 98 minus X multiplied 3. Okay, because nickel 2 plus, so nickel let X the number, so X multiplied 2 power charge 2 plus Na3 plus ion, let we have to write 98 minus X charge multiplied 3 is equal to total negative charge 2 and then 100 oxygen, 100 multiplied 2. So calculate 2X plus 98 multiplied 3, 294 minus 3X is equal to 200 minus 3x plus 2x is equal to minus x is equal to 200. This value given going to the right side, minus 294, so is equal to minus 94. Minus cancel, so x is equal to 94. So there are 94 nickel plus 2. Okay, and then here 4 Ni3 plus ions are per 100 2 minus ion. Okay, so fraction of the Ni2 plus ion, fraction of the Ni2 plus ion, find the 94 and divide by Ni3 total nickel 98, so 0.96, otherwise 96%, and fraction of the Ni3 plus ion, so 4 ions because remaining 98 total, so 98 total, so Ni2 plus 94, so remaining is 4. So 4 divided by total nickel ion 98, so is equal to 0.04 or 4%. Question number 17. What is a semiconductor? Describe the two main types of semiconductor and contrast their conduction mechanism. So already explained in my video last, conductivity in electricity and conductivity. That's you have to see this video. That video I completely explain about conductor, insulator and semiconductor. Okay, but only here defined semiconductors are materials whose conductance lies between that of conductor and insulators. So you please see my video. Then question number 18th. Non-stoichiometric cuprous oxide Cu2O can be prepared in laboratory, and in this oxide copper to oxygen ratio is slightly less than 2.2:1. So can you account for the fact that this substance is a p-type semiconductor? Okay, again question. Non-stoichiometric cuprous oxide Cu2O can be prepared in laboratory, and in this oxide copper to oxygen ratio is slightly less than 2:1. Can you account for the fact that this substance is a p-type semiconductor? So ratio of the copper to oxygen, okay, non-stoichiometric cuprous oxide Cu2O is less than, that is means 2:1. So some copper plus ion have been replaced by Cu2 plus ion, okay, and then charge balancing 2 copper plus ion replaced by Cu2 plus ion, because for balancing, so that leaves one position vacant, a hole, okay. Copper plus 1 ion replaced by copper 2 plus, otherwise maintain the balance charge. Copper plus ion are replaced by only one Cu2 plus ion. Okay, so one vacant position, that is means hole. So the conduction of electricity would be due to the presence of such holes, so which behave as if they are positively charged, so make the substance p type of semiconductor, right? Okay, so if the presence of this type of hole and which behave as if they positively charge and make the substance a p-type semiconductor. Question number 19. Ferric oxide crystallizes in a hexagonal close-packed array of the oxide ion with 2 out of every 3 octahedral holes occupied by ferric ions. Derive the formula of the ferric oxide. Ferric oxide, that is means Fe2O3, crystallize in a hexagonal close-packed structure, okay, and array of the oxide ion with 2 out of every 3 octahedral holes occupied by ferric ions. So derive the formula of the ferric oxide. Okay, so ferric oxide, negative ion is oxide. Okay, so let the number of the oxide ion, which constituent here given, which crystallization given, hexagonal close packed structure, which let is hexagonal close packed. So let the number of the oxide ion constitute the HCP. So let us be discussed capital N, and number of the octahedral voids is generated capital N, because octahedral voids filled by ferric ions, okay, because ferric oxide is Fe2O3. So that is means Fe is equal to 2/3. So number of octahedral voids filled by ferric ions 2/3 capital N. So number of the Fe3 plus ion 2/3 N. Okay. So number of Fe2 plus ion ratio number of O2 minus ion, because cross multiply here. So Fe2O3. So Fe and then oxygen. Fe cross multiply. Okay. So Fe power 3, so here Fe, okay, and then here oxygen. So oxygen power going to the right side, okay, so this going to the right side, so 2 minus and then 3 going this side, Fe3 plus ion. So number of Fe3 plus ion also same 2/3 M. Okay, so number of the Fe2 plus ion and number of the O2 minus ion. So Fe2 plus ion 2 by 3 n, and number of O2 minus ion n. So capital N cancel by capital N, so 2:3. So formula is Fe2O3. But we have to already known about. But first we have to find. Again I say, ferric oxide crystallize in a hexagonal close packed array of the oxide ions with 2 out of the every 3 octahedral holes occupied by ferric ions. So ferric oxide HCP, and HCP that is means number of the oxide ion capital N. So octahedral voids generated, so capital N. So here 3 octahedral holes occupied by ferric ions. So octahedral voids filled by ferric ions 2 by 3 capital N. Okay, so ferric ion, number of ferric ion 2 by 3 capital N. Okay, so number of ferrous ion and is equal ratio number of O2 minus ion, here 3 plus. Okay, so 2 by 3 n ratio O, we have to discuss n. So 2:3. So 2 is Fe, so Fe2O3. Okay. Then question number 20, classify each of the following as being either a p-type or an n-type semiconductor. Classify each of the following as being either a p-type or n-type semiconductor. So first is germanium doped with indium. So you already known about germanium, a group of 14th element, and is doped with indium, or a group of 13 element. Indium is 13th group of element. Okay, so germanium 14, so indium 13. So three electron form covalent bond, so one remain. Okay, so an electron deficient hole is created, so make it a p-type of semiconductor. Then boron doped with silicon. So boron, a group of 13 element, is doped with silicon. Okay, group 14. So there will be free electron in it, so make it n-type semiconductor. Okay, so only for you have to learn this element 13 group, otherwise 14 group. Okay, if in electron rich, okay, so that is n-type. If electron deficient, so it is a p-type semiconductor. Then question number 21, gold atomic mass is given 0.144 nanometer, crystallizes in a face-centered unit cell. So what is the length of a side of the cell? Gold atomic radius given 0.144 nanometer, crystallizes in a face-centered unit cell. So what is the length of the side of the cell? That is means A is find. Okay, we have to find A. So atomic radius small r given. Okay, and FCC and face centered. Okay, so formula is for face center, small a is equal to 2 root 2 r. Okay, so root 2 value 1.414, radius 0.144. Okay, so put the value and then calculate. So 0.407 nanometer come. Okay, it is the length of a side of the cell. Then question number 22. In terms of band theory, what is the difference? First is between a conductor and insulator. Second one, conductor and a semiconductor. So first is band theory. What is the difference between a conductor and insulator? So difference between a conductor and insulator, you already known about. In conductor, valence band and conduction band either overlap, other have only very small energy gap, while in insulator there is a large energy gap between them. Okay, this is the main difference. And between a conductor and a semiconductor, Difference between a conductor and a semiconductor. Conductor, the valence band and conduction band either overlap or have only very small energy gap. But in semiconductor, there is always a small energy gap in case of semiconductor. Okay, this is the difference. Then question number 23, explain the following terms with suitable examples: Schottky defect, Frankel defect, interstitial and absenter. I already explained in the last videos, and that video which topic written defect video. Okay, so please see the video. Then question number 24, aluminium crystallizes in a cubic closed packed structure and its metallic radius is 125 picometer. Aluminium crystallizes in a cubic closed packed structure. Cubic closed packed structure, that is means CCP. Okay, and small a. Okay, and metallic radius small r is given 125 picometer. So first question is, what is the length of the side of the unit cell? That is means we have to find small a. So for CCP, the side of the CCP unit cell, so CCP formula is 2 root 2 r. So 2 into root 2 value 1.414, radius given 125 picometer. So calculate, so 354 picometer. Okay, get it? Then question number 2, how many unit cell are there in 1.00 centimeter cube of aluminium? Okay, how many unit cell are there in 1.00 centimeter cube of aluminium? So volume of one unit cell is formula A cube. Okay, and A already find in the question number first, 354 picometer. So 354 picometer cube, this value come. 354 into 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter cube, because picometer first convert into the centimeter power cube. Okay, so number of unit cell in 1 centimeter cube, so is equal to 1 divided by volume. So 1 divided by A cube, so A cube value this one, put the value, then power cube, so 354 power cube 4.44 into 10 to the power minus 23. Okay, divide by 1. So 1 divide 4.44 into 10 to the power minus 23. So values come 2.25 into 10 to the power 22. Then question number 25, if NaCl, it is a very important, because this question already came in one time board exam. If NaCl is doped with 10 to the power 3 minus mole in percentage, if NaCl is doped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole percentage of SrCl2, what is the concentration of the cation vacancies? Question number 25th. If NaCl is doped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole percentage of strontium chloride, what is the concentration of the cation vacancies? So NaCl is doped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole percentage. That is means percentage. So that is means 100 mole of NaCl are dropped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole strontium chloride, right? 100 mole of NaCl are doped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole strontium chloride. Okay, so 1 mole of NaCl is doped with, okay, 1 mole of NaCl is doped with 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 100. So 10 to the power minus 5 mole strontium chloride. Okay, and each strontium plus 2 ion replaces 2 Na plus ion, because Sr power is 2 plus and single Na plus. So each strontium plus 2 ion replaces 2 Na plus ion. So it creates 1 vacancies, and number of the vacancies per mole is given as 10 to the power minus 5 mole. So 10 to the power minus 5 multiply Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So 23 minus 5, 18th. So 6.022 into 10 to the power 18. So concentration of the vacancies is equal to number of vacancies per mole. Okay, so find 6.022 into 10 to the power 18. Again I say NaCl is dropped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole percentage of the SrCl2. So NaCl is dropped with 10 to the power minus 3 mole percentage. So percentage, that is 100. So 100 mole of NaCl are dropped with 10 to the power minus 3. So 1 mole of the NaCl is dropped with 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 100. So 10 to the power minus 5 mole SrCl2. Okay, and each Sr2 plus ion replaces 2 Na plus ion. Okay, each Sr2 plus ion replaces 2 Na plus ion. So it creates 1 vacancies. So number of the vacancies per mole 10 to the power minus 5 mole. Okay, so multiply by Avogadro number. So 10 to the power minus 5 multiply Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So 10 to the power 23, 23 minus 5, 10 to the power 18th. Okay, so this is the concentration of the vacancies, and we have to say number of the vacancies per mole. Okay, 6.022 into 10 to the power 18. Question number 26. Explain the following suitable example: ferromagnetism, paramagnetism, ferrimagnetism, antiferromagnetism, and 12, 16 and 13, 15 group compound. These are all 5 I already explained in my last video of this chapter. So please see my video. Okay, so because this is the topic wise, so topic already explained in my video. Okay. So textual exercise question over. So thank you so much.